This is a tarot reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Tarot is not fortune telling. I will not tell you anything that you don't already know. This is just a tool for your soul's expansion, so if you're okay with that, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the reading. Again, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. The overall energy of this reading. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Coins. So, juggling priorities, multiple priorities, the daily ups and downs of mundane daily life, practical life. Yeah, it's like overwhelming a little bit of juggling like things that are going on, but I don't think that you can be handed anything that I don't think that you would be handed anything that you can't handle. I don't think that is the case of life. I don't think that we're handed things that we're just incapable of handling and then we're just victims of life. I think whatever you're dealing with, whatever is your daily monotonous like things that you're like responsibilities that you're juggling, or like just your energy being zigzagged in different ways for different priorities, that is for a reason and you can handle it, otherwise it wouldn't be happening. You have the Nine of Pentacles here, Nine of Coins. So that is independence. That's independence and financial stability, energetic stability, which is where financial stability stems from. This is feeling good, taking care of yourself, being able to enjoy kind of like the life that you've set up for yourself. And your priorities probably are different now than they were before, and so maybe that's what you're kind of struggling with, is like, where do I put my energy now that I have stability? This could also be like coming out of survival mode but still having lingering anxiety and not knowing how to direct that, or what to do with that, and why do I feel this way still. It's like you could just feel like you are being weighed down by things, but that's just like leftover lingering feelings from survival mode. For some of you that will resonate, not for everyone. The Justice card is here, so there is something about a restoration of balance, karmic scales being balanced, divine intervention. This is like a decision's going to be made, something's going to happen where the scales are going to be balanced, and you just have to be okay with whatever the decision is, whatever the final outcome of this karmic circumstance that you are attracting. You might have to look at it from a different perspective to fully understand that it is going to leave you satisfied and able to plan for the future and move forward. A lot of the times when like karmic things happen, which everything is karmic, but like a milestone, right? Because it's the Justice card, so major arcana. So like a milestone or something that we've hit, a checkpoint that we've hit in life, it is sometimes not exactly what we thought it was going to look like, or it doesn't turn out what we thought it was going to look like, and so you have to look at it from a different perspective, the perspective of, I trust that whatever is for me will come to me and whatever's not for me won't. Like, I am accepting of the outcomes of situations because I know that everything is working out for the highest good of myself and the highest good of all, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it doesn't look like it, even if I don't understand it. I also want you to think about, do you feel like things happen to you because you deserve them? Like negative things? For some people that's going to resonate. It's like, I deserve to be alone because I messed up so many times, and so this is my karma and I'm being punished. Because there is something about being alone or doing stuff independently and feeling a little overwhelmed. So for some of you, that could be like you're single and you're wondering like why you haven't found your person, but then you're like, I'm being punished because I did this or whatever it is. Or like this justice that's being served. Like, I don't know. It's just something about like, for some of you, it's like you maybe feel like you deserve when bad things happen, or maybe you feel like you're too deserving of these good outcomes when you're not putting any work to get them, or something like that. But we do have the Hanged Man, so looking at things from a different perspective to be able to be enlightened about it. So yeah, if you don't understand a situation, try to look at it from a different perspective. Something that can be helpful is like journaling just your thoughts out, because you're able to, and like telling a story. I've been reading this one parenting book, and it's like talking about your right brain and your left brain, but being able to help children like tell stories about what happened to them, like if they experience something traumatic, for example, in their eyes, something traumatic, where you're like helping them retell the story. So you're like, so I see that this is this and this happened. Like, I see that you fell down, like, and you scraped your knee and it hurt, and then what happened? Like, and then they'll be like, oh, this and this, and then you say, yeah, and then I came and so it's like, but you can do that for yourself, is what I'm getting at. So like journaling out about a situation, telling a story about your current situation, and reframing it in a way that it benefits you and helps you see it in a better perspective. I hope that resonates. The Nine of Cups is somebody who has all this like things, they have all these trophies on the shelf, all these cups on the shelf, all these emotional fulfillment, all these relationships, or whatever it is, fulfilling tangible things that they can feel good about themselves about. Like, they've attained all this stuff on their own independently. But I feel like the downside of the Nine of Cups would be somebody who has all these things, but their cups are actually empty, and so they could feel a little left out or alone. So for some of you, maybe, again, this could be about being single or something, and then feeling like a little bit, like it's, okay, what's coming to mind is like having all these accomplishments, but no one to share it with, type thing. Like, it's better to have it with other people, because the Ten of Cups is like this happy family and a rainbow and a house and all these things. So it's like, maybe you've attained things for yourself, but now you want to share it with someone else, and it could leave you feeling a little bit empty. But it's not like you're being punished by being alone right now, or having to handle things on your own. This is a blessing, and it's teaching you something. So just reframe your mindset and look at it in a good way, and know that everything is working out best case scenario. You just have to believe that, and see, you have to believe it and think it, so that your mind shows you evidence of that, so that your world shows you evidence of that, because you are a self-prophesizing being. So if we are looking for all the reasons why we're experiencing bad karma, then you're going to find it, and you're going to experience more things that affirm that belief that you have about yourself. The Two of Wands is about planning for the future, creating partnership with your belief systems, and your actions. So aligning those belief and actions and moving forward. But there is something about like staying in your comfort zone. You're kind of like worried maybe to move forward because you can't, or like you're expecting bad things to happen maybe. Yeah, so, but you have the world in your hands, so it's like you have this gift, or you have this insight, and you have this foresight for the future, and you have this ability to kind of like create things, but you're just kind of keeping yourself in place right now for whatever reason. So let's dig a little deeper, and then we'll do an oracle card to end the reading. The Three of Swords says, stop. You can be in pain if you want to be in pain. If you want to keep thinking that the painful thoughts, if you want to keep yourself in this painful place of feeling betrayed or whatever this is, then you will. Yeah, the Three of Swords is like hurting yourself. Like, there could be things that you're dealing with that are painful, and maybe that's why you feel like you're like the daily things are like overwhelming right now, because you have something within you that you're healing. But it's like you can take the swords out of your heart. You can take the pain away from yourself. You don't have to be trapped with the pain. You don't have to keep continuing to think these thoughts that are just causing you pain. You don't have to communicate with people who cause you pain. You don't have to, it's like there's some sort of boundaries you need to set with yourself and other people and your own mind, and happiness is a choice. I always tell my son this: happiness is a choice. It's easier said than done, but it is a choice. It's not something you find outside of yourself. It's not somebody else can give to you. It's nobody else's responsibility but yours. And yeah, it's a choice. So really finding the ability within you to, you know, not emotionally invest in things that aren't going to be good for you, and being able to differentiate between things that are just feeding your ego and things that are actually going to benefit you. So I think also like sifting through emotions, because you're going to feel all these emotions. There's a lot of stuff happening for you right now with this Justice card. There's some sort of balance being restored, but it could be a little confusing. You're having to look at things from a different perspective, and you want to plan, but you haven't moved yet. And yeah, you have all the stuff that you've accomplished on your own, but you kind of feel a little bit empty. You don't know, like something's not right. Something's still hurting you. You're still in pain for some reason. You're still in survival mode for some reason. And I think it's like, what emotions and what thoughts are you subscribing to when you are going through the day-to-day? What exactly is giving you anxiety? What is triggering it? And in that moment, dissect it and figure it out, and decide that, okay, like I'm gonna let that go. I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, I mean, this is just what's coming up for you. Yeah, there's something about feeling trapped, but this is mentally. So yeah, there's like, you know, you're being a little bit controlled by whatever this external circumstance is, or like by your circumstances, or by your anxieties, or by your loneliness, or your responsibilities, whatever it is. It's like you really need, because at the center of this reading is the Hanged Man. You really need to surrender to the situation, surrender to trusting in life, and trusting that everything is working out best case scenario. It's working out for you. You're not just like floating around and things are just happening to you that are good or bad, like, oh, this is my bad karma. It's like, no, like everything is for your highest good. And like I've said before in readings, like it's good karma or bad karma, only you can know what's coming for you. But bad karma is like, I haven't been doing my best, and so I'm going to reap the consequences of that, you know, or doing my best, and so I eventually will reap the consequences of that. But all karma is good karma, because it all is lessons. Everything is lessons. Everything is just lessons. That's it. That is what it is. So this feeling stuck in whatever this outcome is, that it was, maybe you didn't understand it or whatever, or maybe because you have all these things but now you're still not feeling fulfilled, and so you're like, what is the deal? Like, what is the problem? I've done all the things I needed to do. I've created this like thing for myself, but something's still not right. Like I'm still emotionally like unwell, or mentally unwell. Like I'm still not feeling happy. And it's like, that's just you needing to tweak your perspective, because you need to, you know, focus on gratitude, focus on solutions, look at the situation for real. Really look at the situation. Don't just kind of like, oh yeah, and then it's like you really need to like understand the situation. There's something about choosing to not see something clearly, and that's why you feel trapped. But I do see you taking action, celebrating, creating stability for yourself, just, you know, having choices coming out of like poverty mindset, all that kind of stuff. But I think it's gonna take you taking some sort of action, or finding your inspiration, or finding your motivation again, And it's something about a belief system that is what it stems from. So once you believe something new will be shown to you, and that will make you want to take action. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card to end this reading. If you guys like this reading and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me to continue to produce free tarot readings. And if you want a personal one, you can email me. I don't have like a website or anything right now. Etsy really wasn't working out for me. So just go ahead and email me and we can set that up. And yeah, we'll pull an oracle card. I keep going over my 15-minute limit that I'm trying to stay in. This says face your fear, number 38. I'm going to quickly read this to end your reading. In the forest, Crow will often warn other animals of oncoming hunters. Crow comes when a fear or uncomfortable situation must be faced and transformed. It is through facing the fear that the animals in the forest are able to escape and survive. Crow isn't just cawing at you to face your fears, he's asking you to do something with the energy that comes from those fears. Crow is the master alchemist. Alchemy was the practice of transmutation, turning base metals such as lead into more valuable metal like gold. Many alchemists were interested in this science on a psychological level. We can apply the principle of alchemy to our psychological development. Think about the power that your pain holds. What if you could take all that energy from all of your trauma, fear, worry, and doubts and turn it into your greatest asset? Crow says you can turn the energy of pain into your shining light. The key is the consistent effort and to manipulate your emotions to your liking. For example, let's say you're dealing with a trigger that is bringing up fear. First, accept what you feel and then choose to transmute the energy. If you are fearful of something and avoiding it, face it and deal with it. If you are lost in a trauma bubble, choose to shift your physiology by movement and exercise. If you're procrastinating to clean. If you're avoiding telling someone your true feelings, tell them. If you feel unhealthy and unattractive, change how you eat and adorn your body with clothes that honor your appearance. If you are overwhelmed with feeling like a victim, create an art project to demonstrate your power. The idea isn't to escape what you are dealing with, but instead face it and then change how you're dealing with it. This is where the shift begins. Crow's medicine to transmute energy is also your birthright. Take action and transmute your energy. If you guys like this reading, comment below how it resonated, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.